I was a child, I have had this fascination for reading. I've always loved reading about other people's lives and all kinds of stories and about very interesting places. This great love for reading has led me to build a library of wonderful books that I consider to be some of my most prized possessions. I've even organized and sorted them by topic and genre. And now I'm into reading books on landscaping, architecture, interior design, and always cookbooks. I remember reading this one book that really touched my heart. It was written by Adeline Yenma. And this is her story. It's the true story of an unwanted daughter in a Chinese clan. And she was even considered unlucky when she was born because her mother died giving birth to her. And she became close to only one of her aunts, and then she eventually became a very successful doctor. For more than 30 years, you've called me the megastar. You've seen me on stage, on the silver screen, on billboards, on television. But there's one place, and this is where I'm most comfortable, where I am most myself, a place where I can simply be me, at home. This is where I cook, create, celebrate, and my home is where my passions come to life. Get to know the other side of me on Sharon at Home. With the advent of modern technology, there's now a new way for us to read our favorite books without having to bring so many of them with us all the time. And that's called an e-book. In 1971, the e-book, also known as electronic book or digital book, was launched by Michael Hart in his work, The Gutenberg Project. An e-book is an e-text that forms the digital media equivalent of a conventional printed book that book lovers can now enjoy. Did you know that there are now millions of free books available for download? Wow, that's a lot of choices. You can download them onto your computer, your phone, and of course, your e-book reader like my Kindle. Some e-books can store hundreds up to 1,000 titles. Hindi ka mauubusan ng babasahin. Welcome back. I am here with a friend of our show, Raymond So, who's going to teach us how to make great coffee with this fantastic machine. Tell us about this, Raymond.
We have a very nice machine from Italy. It does perfect cappuccino po. Just like the way you want it.
Okay. I know because I tried kanina. Aside from cappuccino, it makes what other kinds of coffee?
Well, the heart of coffee, which is espresso.
Espresso.
And it makes latte, it makes cappuccino, and then macchiato.
Wow, everything. Let's try to make a cappuccino. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. So we can make a double cappuccino using a double portafilter.
That's how I like it. When you say double cappuccino, what do you actually mean?
A double cappuccino po is cappuccino with 2 shots of espresso instead of 1. So
there you go.
Stronger, but more flavorful.
See? That's how I like my cappuccino. Okay.
So we're grinding the coffee again. We're dosing.
Dosing means you're measuring?
Dosing simply means putting ground coffee in the portafilter.
Okay, so and then you level it off.
Yes.
This one upwards
Yes.
like this. That's exciting, and I just poured it. There you go.
So this is a good shot of coffee.
That's a good double. See, I like strong coffee and with lots of milk. Okay, but you're gonna steam the, right?
We're going to steam the milk. We have milk.
You're using whole milk.
Whole milk.
You can use also non-fat, right? Or
Yes.
low fat, 2% usually. Okay.
We're steaming, foaming actually.
You just turn the steam on.
Turn the steam knob. Tapos the steam wand should always be just at the tip of the milk.
Not under, not
Not
submerged.
under, opo.
Just right on top of it. Right on the very top. And you're using cold milk, no?
Opo. Milk around 4 degrees would be very nice.
But this is, you know, if you're in a hurry or you have a machine as good as this in your house, does it matter that it's cold or it's okay at any temperature?
It's much better po if it's cold.
Okay.
Because the steam wand actually is in contact with the milk a bit longer.
Okay.
Makes it texturally wonderful.
I
Maganda po ang
see.
texture. Cappuccino is 1/3 espresso,
Mm-hmm.
1/3 foam, and 1/3 steamed milk. So we pour in the steamed milk muna. And then, when it reaches 2/3 full,
Wow, that's when
we
you...
put in the foam. We spoon the foam over.
Can you make a heart?
Yes po, with the
Usually,
latte
diba?
po.
Yeah, there you go.
When you see it po, from the see-through cup, 1/3 po of espresso, 1/3 of
Milk?
milk, and 1/3 of foam.
Oh my golly, this is a perfect cappuccino. I know because I've had 2 cups already before this. And thank you, Raymond. Raymond, so thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that. Perfect with coffee is biscotti. Mr. Jaime Daez. And Jaime, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me here. I truly appreciate it. It's quite an honor.
No, I appreciate your being here talaga because you know how much I love books.
I know. My stores know.
Okay, Jaime, of course, you are probably the authority on all the books that are so popular nowadays. But we're not going to talk about bestsellers by title, but please tell us what books, what genre, what topics, what subjects are the bestsellers in your bookstore.
Okay. Historically, what has always been the bestsellers have always been fiction.
Fiction.
No? But, you know, over the last 2 years, it's changing quite a bit. Now it's actually children's books, which are becoming now the main seller. I think this is a result of a lot of movies, Harry Potter, for example, Percy Jackson. You know, a lot of these, I call them young adult books. It's really children's books catering more to the teenagers. These are the ones right now with the biggest growth.
Imagine also like the Twilight series. They
The
were
Twilight
really written.
series, for example.
They
Yes.
were written for the category
Exactly.
of readers, right? But
Exactly.
now, even adults like myself,
That's right.
we're all enjoying them.
That's right.
I have cookbooks on my Kindle. I have all kinds of... But there's something really missing aside from, obviously, the paper, no? The pages.
Yes.
There are no colored pictures. I don't know if Apple or another company is going to be able to come up with that feature soon.
I'm sure that eventually, with the rate of technology, it's going to happen. But I think there's something really about coffee table books that you just really want to collect it. You know, I mean, that's precisely why you call it a coffee table.
That's
you know,
true.
you put it by a table,
Right.
you know, to display it in the living room. You know, so books like big picture book cookbooks, architecture, I don't think these are going to go away despite all of the digital influx.
Medyo mahirap because even when
Yeah.
you read cookbooks, there's
Yeah.
something about looking at appetizing photos,
Yeah.
diba? When that's part of the whole process, diba?
Yeah, and take note that some of these books are big format and then has a centerfold page.
That's true, ang hirap naman.
Unless they do a kind of e-reader which is like
Parang
that
mas
big.
malaki sa laptop,
Exactly.
mahirap
Yeah,
naman.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Jaime. You know,
No, I should thank you. And in fact, I have a small token that I would like to give you. Okay? Since we were talking about coffee table books,
Oh my goodness.
I would actually give you this. This is actually a fully booked publication.
No,
This
you
is our
already
first.
published?
This is our first coffee table book.
Ay,
It's actually about the best spas in the Philippines.
that is so me.
So
Thank you.
I know you would like it. So
This is so me. I'm a spa addict.
I know that.
I go
so-
down testing. Oh my, this is so beautiful. And you, wow, they have recipes inside of healthy.
Right.
You know, it's all about wellness. So here you go. Here you are. Wellness on the Islands, the Philippine Spa Experience. The first publication of Fully Booked and judging by the success of your bookstores, Jaime, I think that Nopally Books is going to live a long, long, wonderful, fruitful life.
We all hope so, and thank you very much for having me here, Sharon.
Thank you so much again. And you know what, friends? It's just like, compared to the emails that we get, there's really nothing like the romance of taking pen to paper and writing that letter by hand. Well, it's the same thing with books. Look at this. I cannot imagine looking at this book and appreciating it on my Kindle the way that I am appreciating it right now. Look at that. Thank you. So there you go. Books. Don't we all love books?